For this lesson, come to Dressage 4 right here and drag her down onto our storyline, our timeline in our Mad Scientist lab. I've decided that I don't want the audio, but I've already dragged it down, so I'll tell you what. Right-click your mouse, detach audio, and delete it. One more way to get rid of something in Final Cut Pro. So here she is, silent movie. We're talking about color anyway. Let's not talk color correction per se. Let's talk about, adding a color cast, for example. So if we go into our effects, the two areas that really have some fun stuff are basics and looks. You've got like 50s TV, bleach bypass, cold steel. Let's do cast. Now, since I don't have it selected over here, drag it over. If I did have it selected, you could have double-clicked. Let's close this. We don't need it right now. Select it over here. Go into our inspector, and we have three options in effects. Now, if it doesn't look like it's open, obviously you can actually close or open it by clicking this little button right here. Now, amount is in most, if not all, effects. How much of the effect and how much of the original image do you want? Midtones, well, you want a different color. So we can click here and choose a different color. What I want is a desaturation. I want shades of gray. I'm going to come down here into the neutrals and pick somewhere in there where I like the overall balance and click. When you choose a neutral color, shade of gray, you're saying to the computer the tint you want is in shades of gray. So we've got that now. But we have one more option here that's kind of cool. It's called Protect Skin. Kind of interesting, actually. Watch her face and her arm as I begin moving this way. It's very subtle, but the image more or less is staying in shades of gray, and her face and her arm are beginning to come out in color. So that's kind of a neat effect, I suppose. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's pull that all the way back to here. So now we have a grayscale image again. And let's go into our generators right here. Now in generators, go to solids. I want custom right there. Drag it over, place it on top right there, and I'm going to drag it over. Now it's black because it's a solid color laying on top of our image. Let's do this. Let's select it. Let's go into generator up here in the inspector and at least change the color. But it's still a solid color. Go back to video. I want to revisit an area we've been to before, and that is, let me scroll down here, compositing. You have two options, blending modes, which I absolutely love, and opacity. And both, or one, might just give you the effect you want. Now, in blending modes, we could go to, say, multiply, which gives it a kind of sinister look, I think. We could go into lighten, which always lightens it, and that's way too much. We could go into overlay the color, but maintain the detail. That's actually not too bad. We could also adjust some of the opacity if we want to, and achieve an entirely different look to a color image. So using both, first getting it into shades of gray, then using a generator with a custom color on top, and then using a blending mode with a touch of opacity can change an image completely, or in this case a video, completely. Color is not just about color correction. Color is about using color to your advantage to achieve a mood.